Pontificators pontificating. Hey everyone, what's up? RT Bear here, coming to you live from Hack Shack Studios, and it's Wednesday night and it's a Pontificators night, so we will be pontificating. We got the usual suspects in here, and excuse me, we've got a good show for you tonight. And yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit more about Diamond and just the ripple effects of what this means. This is a big story. So we covered it a little bit last week on Pontificators. So we'll just do like a continuation ripple effects of that. We also have possibly Marvel's new trailer to show you. I think Clint's coming in with that. And that will be the what is it? The Captain America or Falcon Cap trailer, and then I think Bob's got some stuff he wants to talk about too. So hopefully Bob, Comic Book Bob, is feeling better, and he'll come in here in a bit. So yeah, guys, hope you're all doing well. This is very interactive, so feel free to chime in the chat, just like the Beam Pad. Has greetings, RT Bear. Yeah, right back at you. We got some guy named Rob Hunter saying hail chat. I don't know who that guy is. He's got a cool name though, Rob Hunter. It's Rob Hunter. Sounds like a comic book name, like a comic book hero. One of the old like 40s, 50s adventurer types. Hey, Matt. Matt, is that Matt Watt or Matt Watt? Matt Watt, hey, Jaro or J-Ro, I don't know, tomato, young persons. Well, thank you for that. All right, man. Well, let's get my brother from another mother in here, and I don't mean Pedro Ang, I mean Todd Mulrooney. What's up, brother?
Not much, just hanging out in the cold.
Yeah, in the cold. Yeah, it's 21 degrees here. And what is it? You beat me. Is it like 12?
11? It's 11.
11. I was hoping it'd be 12 because then we'd be like the opposite, like just, you know.
I can just say 12, but that's reverse. Let's go back.
Yeah. All right. Edit, cut. Okay. Right. It's like 21 degrees here. What's it like there, Todd?
It's like 12.
That's kind of like just the like opposite, right? It's like reversing the numbers there. That's pretty interesting. I love our banter.
I'm glad you got some snow, though. Not for you, but obviously because you have a dog. And how great is that he got to play a little bit in the snow?
Yeah, at first he really didn't know what to think, right? And so and that was just the backyard, right? So he was just kind of walking because for some reason, I don't know, maybe the ground like asphalt or pavement radiates more heat than plant life, but like the grass and everything was covered, but the pathways and stuff were not.
Right.
So he could walk around, but he wouldn't go in the grass where the snow was, right? And so I said we got to go out. So I put the leash on him. We went out and walked the neighborhood, and on the way back, he was just darting into the snow, and he was running through it and stuff. So I made a couple snowballs and flung it at him. Now I know what powder, like snow, like it's like powder, right? Like fresh snow.
Well, yeah, there's multiple types of snow, but you're lucky you got powder because there's a wet, heavy snow that has a lot of moisture in it, and so that makes a good snowball. It'll pack quick. But powdery snow is like trying to make a snowball out of flour.
Yeah, I made a kind of a bullshit ball, and I threw it at the dog, and he was like, "What the hell? What's going on, man? What's going on?" But it's still cold here, but it's not snowing, so that's good. Most of the snow's gone, so it only lasted for a day. We got about 3 inches, but I guess like Florida and all kinds of places where it never snows, it's snowing. Yeah. So let's get Mr. Florida in here and see if it's snowing where he's at. Rob Hunter, did you get snow?
I need a wrench. I need a wrench so I can help promote everything.
Well, I don't know. Here you go.
No, you're the one who could give me a wrench. No, it's not snowing here. I live on the peninsula off of Tampa Bay, so it will never snow here. If it snows here, it's like day after disaster or whatever the hell that movie was, and it means that the country's frozen.
The last
Right.
time it did snow there, like the icicles were like this. They weren't straight down. They were
Where?
on an angle in Tampa.
No, it's still. I'm not Tampa. I'm on the peninsula, so I'm like the St. Petersburg, Pinellas County Peninsula.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it'll freeze in Tampa, but it won't freeze here because we have water on both sides.
Okay. Well, you got your damn wrench. I hope you're happy.
Oh, I am, because I tried to promote something and I couldn't.
Well, you get the first thing you have to promote is Black and White Sins of the Father, Volume 3. Get on it.
All right.
Well, yeah, because
I gotta find that link.
I was very generous giving you the wrench. Well, while you're looking, let's get this guy is no stranger to cold. I don't know how he does it. He's a polar bear. He's like the pontificating polar bear. So he's also the master of the sexy. So Mr. Clint Helinski, what's up, brother?
I love listening to all you pussies whine.
How dare you, sir?
I don't think I complained. I was enjoying it.
Welcome to my reality.
You just called me a pussy. I didn't even earn that remark.
No,
Rob
I'm just teasing because I'm watching the news. I'm watching the news, and it's so. I mean, Florida, like
47 degrees.
No plows, no snow blowers, no shovels. It's like, okay, we're gonna just sit tight because it's gonna melt in a day and a half, and that's fine. But it's just hilarious to watch these. I mean, 6 to 8 inches in Florida, like that's the apocalypse. Like it's like they can't deal with it, and I understand. And I mean,
there was snow on the beach. I think it's
Florida.
Yeah, there was snow on the beach. I think it's just
There's snow on the beach.
It's just weird. It's just weird. You know what I mean? Here, I think it's when we moved 4 years ago here, it snowed. I think it was like the first time it snowed here in like 500 years. Some crazy shit. It's probably more like 50. I don't know. I'm probably over.
It's entertainment. It's entertainment value. It really is entertainment value for a part of the country that is used to snow to watch. Like probably half of Florida, probably half of the people in Florida that live there have never seen snow. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people just don't leave their state or whatever, and it's nice there, and they would never leave. They've never seen snow. All the videos of people taking their dogs out of the snow, like you were just talking about, taking what's
Arrow?
Yeah. And so that kind of stuff, it's just fun to watch and fun to, it's going to be a day and a half. People are enjoying it. I've got friends down in Texas. Their kids have never seen snow. They're making snowman in the backyards and having snowball fights. So it's just super fun. It's way more enjoyable than watching people's houses burn down in California.
Yeah. It's all good. The only thing around here is just like since we're not used to it, a lot of people have built-in pools. So we have these freeze protections, and they're supposedly, but I don't trust any technology.
It's free water.
It's supposed to go on 32 and under, right, where water freezes. So far it has, but I just don't trust it. So I get up like every, 3 or 4 hours and check, make sure, everything's on, and I insulated everything. So, I did my due diligence, but just keep your fingers crossed. So let's get Pedro in here before he just drops out. He's probably like, they're never going to invite me in here.
Pedro is going to be the 52nd state. He's going to be a citizen by the time Trump's done.
We're gonna have to swear him in here. Okay, ready? Let's swear Pedro in. Pedro, you got your Bible?
I have a porno Mac somewhere around here.
Pedro's gonna be at least as good as Puerto Rico in the next 4 years, man.
That's gonna suck. We don't want to be Puerto Rico, man.
No, you'll be better. We'll make sure you're better than Puerto Rico. Welcome home, brother.
We'll make sure you get all the corruption and none of the benefits.
None of the benefits
of America.
Yeah. That's what we have right now.
Well, the way we're going in America is especially under Biden, we were going for that whole banana republic thing anyway. So,
yeah.
well, at some point, it's all going to be homogenized bullshit, and we're all going to live in some kind of third world country kind of
No, but
surround.
on a serious note, guys, I'm really happy for you guys, and most Panamanians are really happy for you guys. You got Trump.
Yeah.
We hope this gets like a peaceful solution.
No.
Yeah. I
And
think
more than likely it won't. Exactly, I agree with
No,
that.
he's already backtracking on almost everything he said.
Yeah, but the thing is, like,
here's Trump's MO is to push something really extreme.
yeah,
Like get all the headlines, push something like far extreme, and then
Yeah.
dial it back, and he has a reason behind that usually. I can see it beneficial for both of us. So
yeah, more than likely, because the thing is, like, he hates Panama because we took his building. It has nothing to do with the canal. He had like the Trump Hotel. He wanted to be sassy with us and was like, nah.
Then like, you guys are in trouble because
we are in trouble
because leaders.
Yeah, he holds grudges.
Yeah, he's a vindictive.
They ran an algorithm. Leaders always act on their own selfish needs and almost never act on the people's needs. So the idea that you did take his hotel, your guys are fucked. You're getting nuked.
Yeah, we are. That's the thing. Like, I'm resigned.
It's over.
Yeah. So
it's going to use nukes to dig a bigger canal.
Yeah. So in regard to the snow debate, we don't have snow down here, but we do have cocaine. So that counts for something.
Yeah. Booger sugar.
Yeah.
Sometimes if one of the boats runs aground, sometimes the beaches are white down there too.
Yeah. we call that action snow.
We call that's how the economy. That's lubrication for the economy. It's all good.
Oh yeah, Wall Street will be nowhere without coke.
It's like sniffing money instead of printing money.
Dude, the 80s ran on coke.
Yeah,
it's still running on coke. Money laundering. Where do you think all that money comes from?
Any way you slice it, Trump's first couple of days are way more interesting than the last 4 years of.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm having a lot of fun watching the meltdowns.
Well,
watching the meltdowns down here is all like the communists. Because the thing is, there's like a communist element down here too. Those guys are shitting their pants. It's like we're gonna fight for Panama. No, we're not. No, it's only you guys. Come on, patriotism. Come on, the flag. We're like,
Well, I liked his comment about pardoning. Is like, well, if you haven't done anything wrong, why do you need to pardon people? Like,
yeah,
Dude, I'm gonna
That
tell you
was
something,
sketchy.
man. Those pardons are scaring the shit out of me because
that was sketchy.
that's power. Like that interpretation of the presidential pardon is power that he was never meant to have.
No,
And
it shows you how corrupt.
It's only ever happened one time in history. One time that a president pre-pardoned somebody, and that was FDR, and he almost got impeached for it.
Yeah,
and the way he went and pardoned Fauci all the way back to 2014.
All of them, all of them were retroactive.
And then all
to
the family
2014.
members. It's
10
like
years.
It's like you're picking numbers because you know for a
Yeah.
reason.
The thing is,
cover their asses.
these things
They have
are
a kitchen
blanket.
list.
These things are blanket pardons, which means if they find out that, like, just using Hunter Biden as an example, if they find out he murdered somebody, they can't try him.
No, violent pardons aren't for violent crimes, though. That's
sure
the one
about
thing
that?
I
'Cause when I was
discovered
looking at
today
the-
because I
he
thought-
let an awful lot of criminals that had death sentences off the hook.
That's the one thing I found.
That's
today.
commuting.
Pardons
That's
are not
different.
for violent
It's
crimes.
different in
Yeah. Commuting doesn't mean you get out of jail. Commuting means you don't go to death row.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
They didn't get out of prison. They're just not going to be executed.
Yeah.
So
welcome to Pontificators, the paralegal show.
Here's the one thing that might be good about the pardons is they can bring all these people before Congress, and they no longer have the Fifth Amendment,
right? They can't
to protect themselves, so they can investigate this stuff. And we can't convict them, but we can maybe at least find the truth about what's going on. Would be
spend millions of dollars for the truth.
Dude,
the thing is that's where I'm at right now. The thing is everybody knows the truth. Everybody knows the truth. even the
You
people
can't
that are
handle it.
Democrats, they have to know on
You
some
can't.
level, right? So at this point, I always say, what are we going to do about it? You know what I mean? Like, people know it. People know this thing. They know Anthony Fauci is an evil son of a bitch. But what are you willing to do? What can we do? You know what I mean? That's the difference. It's like a president says, "Oh, well, yeah, you don't pardon somebody, you pre-pardon, them before they're, up on charges or whatever." But the thing is, okay, now what do we do? It's done.
But you're saying we know the truth, but only one side knows the truth. If you bring them before Congress and make them actually tell the truth, and because if they don't tell the truth, then they're committing a crime, then you're showing the other side. Because the Democrats are never going to believe it.
But
they're never going to believe it until it's brought out in front of them, laid before their eyes in court. And
wasn't there a trial with Biden's kid? Wasn't there a trial with Biden's kid?
It's for different charges.
Yeah. Was it different?
Yeah, it was different charge, and he actually was found guilty. But here's the thing: there's two things actually. One of them is there's a movement within the Republican Party to actually have these pardons taken before the Supreme Court to determine if this is an overstep of the president's pardon.
Well, that's what I want. I want action. I want something done, But the thing is, they also want it done. Like, okay, Hillary, they had shit on her. What happened? Nothing. They had shit on Biden. What happened? Nothing. The reason the Trump stuff happened is because they really wanted it to happen. So the Democrats, put a lot of pressure on it to make it happen. So they can make shit happen. Why can't the Republican side make things happen?
The Supreme Court still has to look at it, and they can just say, no, we're not going to look at it.
The problem is that even though it was 80 years ago, a precedent was set when FDR did basically the same thing. But did you guys hear about the thing that happened today?
So many things happened today.
With Putin.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Where Putin basically said that he's willing to sit down and talk about ending the Ukraine war, but one of the things that he wants Fauci deported to the USSR, to Russia, so that they can try him.
It doesn't matter. It's all bullshit.
I just think I was like, wait, so they could deport him. They could deport him to another country, and he could still get tried.
Yeah, that would be funny, but
nothing's going to happen. No, but like legally, if he caused things that cause crimes, there is a precedent for that legally, internationally.
These are crimes against humanity.
International,
it's crimes against humanity. Like, it wasn't just a localized thing. Yeah, it was worldwide. Definitely,
that would be part of a peace treaty that's never going to happen.
Right.
No, it doesn't have to be part of a peace treaty. If he was funding
gain of function labs, and that caused crimes in other countries, there is it was a pangolin.
There are international crime courts. Like, he would become
that would
be at The Hague, not at Russia.
That would be the International Crime Court that wants Putin.
Let me just say this: if somebody wanted it to happen bad enough and they were powerful, they could make it happen. Like we say, oh well, it couldn't happen. Well, they brought Trump to trial. They did those things. So it's all about desire and drive. And if you wanted to do something, you could. It's just a matter of will they?
Fauci is probably going to get his one way or the other.
Oh, someone will murder him. He'll just get shot, and that'll be it.
Take it easy. The thing is, he's probably not wrong, dude, because there's a lot of people that want that guy gone.
There's a lot of people whose families died because of him.
Yeah.
You guys what I really want? I want hearings on Congress. I just
more.
I love people. I love
get ready, dude, because you're gonna get a bunch of them over the next couple of years.
No, but this is what I do, guys. Wait a minute. This is what I do when I'm drawing. I put a Congress hearing and I play along to it. Sweet Georgia Brown, the song they used at the Globetrotters. Dude, you'll laugh for hours. They're like, I never do.
I want the good hearings though, like the Johnny Depp hearings.
Yeah, exactly.
I want Ryan Reynolds,
The entertaining,
and the like who's Ryan Reynolds' wife and the Italian actor,
Blake Lively. Yeah,
Blake Lively in like a low cut blouse in the courtroom. Like I want like more. You got to have some drama to it. You got to have some.
You got to add some pizzazz.
Yes, like Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp killed in those trials, man.
Yeah,
like that was.
But
like Johnny Depp's a great actor. His best performance was in those trials, man.
He's a charming dude, though. Like I was really
we need more of that.
Well, also, he had the truth on his side. Like the shit she was saying was so utterly ridiculous. It was pretty crazy, and she didn't really have much to back it up.
I think Ryan Reynolds could give us some entertainment if he's defending his wife against, accusations that his Deadpool character was based off of whatever.
The nice pool character.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was supposedly based off that dude. I'm like,
that's not going to go to court.
Douchebags out there with hair buns.
Dude, I've never even heard of that dude.
Yeah. That's not going to go to court. That guy had his 15 minutes. We need to move on. But one of the things is, we have our own drama here in Comicdom, and there is a massive paradigm shift. I was talking to Pamela at dinner, and while I was still working at DC Comics, I was crowdfunding with Kickstarter. So I did an art book and I did a Chrono Mechanics book, and that was years before even Comicsgate. So I've seen things shift. I've always been pretty good at kind of being where things are at, and now what Comicsgate and adjacent people have been talking about for years now is that the old paradigm is dying. Like the way of doing business, comic shops, distribution, all of those things. And I think it's very, very apparent. Like I don't think you can even kind of defend it anymore. Like there was a lot of people that would defend and say, "Oh, comics is fine, everything's great," whatever. You can't make that claim anymore. What I'm talking about is bankruptcy for Diamond. Diamond has filed bankruptcy, Chapter 11, and all the ripple effects that have come from that. So comic shops, independent publishers, and the like. So I have a few articles. I got one that let me see, which one is this? Let's go with this one here. So let me find it, present it, and then I'm gonna give people like a little bit of snap! What the hell?
Oh, come on!
What the hell happened there?
Come
on! Let's get this thing. Okay, present. I'm gonna present myself.
Yeah, expose yourself. Do it.
I'm gonna expose. Well, we'll do Bob's article here. So this is CBR, and this is image changing retailer discounts amid Diamond shakeup. So one of the things is Diamond during the lockdown decided that they weren't going to keep going. They shut their doors, and all comics pretty much stopped. All retailers had to stop with any kind of new books, all that kind of thing. And so DC and Marvel were like, "You're not going to hold us hostage. We're going to find our own distribution for our books." And they did. And so they got Lunar and what's the other one, Bob? It's Lunar and
Penguin.
And Penguin, yeah, Random House.
Yeah.
And so then they did that. And then just a few days ago, Diamond dropped a bomb on the industry and said that they were filing Chapter 11. Doesn't mean they're going out of business, but they are restructuring. And to be quite honest, we talked about it a little bit last week on Pontificators. I don't think they have much to liquidate or to restructure. I think this is pretty much doomed for Diamond. What do you guys think? Do you think they're going to be able to restructure this?
No way.
No.
You
They have
can't.
no
Not in this
holdings.
market.
Yeah, they owe too much money, and I don't think
They
they
have
have
no
enough
holdings.
to really sell off.
And the thing is, like, they're a distribution system. They don't have real assets. Like, they have a warehouse,
Yeah.
maybe a couple of trucks. Like, they don't have IPs. Like,
They have like
what's
a video game company or something like that.
Hmm.
They have that, and you know what? I don't know if this is the case anymore, but didn't Jeppy have like 1/3 ownership of the what were they called? The Oreos, the Baltimore Oreos?
If he
The-
does,
oh,
that's his personal. He'll
Yeah,
make
that's
sure it's
personal.
separate. Yeah, he
Mhm.
as soon
And
as
I'm sure they protected that long before they went into bankruptcy, because
Yeah.
the one thing they are is they're not stupid. They ran this thing into the ground for as long as they could.
Yeah,
They knew, they saw what was coming long before anybody else saw what was coming, and they milked it
True.
till the end. I'm sure they protected all their assets. I can't imagine there's any kind of bankruptcy assets that you can get out of them that they haven't protected.
yeah, I think you're right. But now, like this is pretty recent. They still had Image Comics, so they didn't have Marvel and they didn't have DC anymore, but they had Image Comics. I don't know if they still have Dark Horse or who's doing like Dark Horse or any of these other kind of upper tier independent publishers, but Image Comics is changing up its discount offerings to comic shops. A significant shift comes after the publisher confirmed it will move its distribution away from Diamond to Lunar. Okay.
Mhm.
So Bleeding Cool reports that new Lunar and Lunar discount levels and tiers for stores after Image pulled its comics from Diamond last week amid the distributors or distribution. Is it distributors? Is that how you say that word?
Distributors.
Distributors. Bankruptcy filings. The new discount tiers are shifting from annual spending to monthly. Oh my gosh, to monthly. This is basically hand to mouth kind of shit. The comic book shops will need to spend significantly more to order to receive the same discount as they would with Diamond. So now they're
shitty books.
Oh, goody.
yeah,
Order more terrible books.
yeah,
Order more
exactly.
books and put all the
Just what
risk
we
on
need.
you.
Yeah, so Lunar notes that it will honor existing Image discounts through Diamond, but in order to receive the discount, stores must respond with the recent Diamond invoice that verifies their Image discount by January 24th. That's fair, I think.
Yeah.
Bleeding Cool notes that the changes required to qualify for higher discounts is now likely to impact comic book shops. Apart from their from the very biggest stores that order 12,000 of Image comic titles a month, the previous structure saw the biggest discount available to stores who purchase around 3,000 or more for comparison. So this is Image basically ditching Diamond. So now we got a major independent publisher that is pulled from Diamond, and all Diamond had was the independence. So that's a major blow right there.
See, I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for the people who come out in stories in the next couple of weeks who say, "Oh, hey, yeah, I went to Jeppy, I went to my boss and said, here's a bunch of ideas we could do, and they ignored us for 10 years." And they probably at some point Jeppy or some supervisor that quit, 2 years ago said, yeah, there was plenty of ideas on how we could reform it and fix the company, but we knew that would be money, and the market was dying anyway. So why would we spend money on something that shrinks every year? So
exactly.
it's kind of, it's like if someone has cancer and you've already chopped a leg and you're like, dude, we're gonna have to take your hip or something. There might be just like it's
inevitable.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's inevitable. And I wish this was a sign of digital. I wish this was a sign that no one's buying paper because everyone's switching to digital. But it's not. It's just no one's buying. Less
No
people
one's
are
buying. Everybody's buying manga.
Well,
Manga is healthy.
yes. I wouldn't know. I don't.
Yeah,
see
there
royalties.
Neon on Clownfish
Clownfish,
was
yeah.
saying that he thinks, and this is totally like he just kind of this is how he thinks or feels, that this is Jeppy's kind of exit strategy, strategy that he wants out. So I don't know why he would do it this way if that indeed is true. But it is a way to get out. He is older. The comics industry isn't as strong as it once was. It may never be as strong as it once was. So do you guys think that that's what Jeppy's doing? He's just kind of trying to get out?
There's
because it's a strategy.
There's a lot of companies that do that, and you end up with hundreds of millions of dollars, and because you protected all your personal wealth. And the company just died.
They did get like 41 million to restructure from some bank. They need to pay that back.
I think that money was just,
they don't need to pay it back.
I think that money was just to kind of keep the ship afloat while they all made their golden parachutes.
Or exactly, to create really nice golden parachute for everybody.
It just depends on where the collateral is. If they say the collateral is in warehouses that are practically worthless now because commercial real estate is dead, then who I don't know.
Well, also, isn't it the Jeppy family? Like it's a family-run business. So you guys were talking about golden parachutes. I mean, he's not going to leave his family, in a lurch. So they could be restructuring so that they could kind of get out with as much in their pocket as possible. I don't know if it's possible to do under Chapter 11, but I mean it's something to think about. Because
you've already hidden
how they're going to be able to save it.
You've already hidden all your assets by the time you say we're filing bankruptcy.
So they've already done it.
Yeah, a big company like that, everybody's gotten bonuses or raises in bonuses. They've already sold off anything that was profitable. This is this is just a carcass, so that's usually practically worthless. And that bank, who knows? Maybe the warehouses that the bank gave them the loan on. Maybe that's someplace that someone wants to build condos or something.
Probably.
Maybe that could be something that the bank might be like, hey, well, this property is actually worth something.
Yeah, like it's
who knows?
Yeah,
like we're going to give you 41 million. You're never going to pay it back, and we'll just take the warehouses.
We'll just take the land. Yeah.
I think another element of this is that you're going to see a lot of store closings.
Yes.
You're going to see and because and there's I can't remember who was it. I think it was actually Bleeding Cool. Who put out, and they said that you got to think about, because a lot of these store owners, they're nearing retirement age anyway.
Yeah.
And they're getting to the point where it's not worth it to keep it open. No. So they may end up selling to their competitors, people who are younger,
consolidating
bigger stores. Yeah. You're also going to see a lot of, I think another point that they made, I agree with them on, is you're going to start seeing a lot of these smaller publishing houses start to image up. They're going to start coming together in a coalition to
that's
be able to
that's what I was saying. They're going to consolidate. The companies are going to consolidate IPs
die off
that under like one.
I think a lot of them will die off.
Yeah.
They'll die off, and the stores will die off. I remember over 10 years ago when they were saying like there was maybe 900 comic book stores throughout the entire United States. I'd be shocked if there was 500 or 600 now.
Well, remember when they thought there was
over the last decade? Yeah, there's just
there's only 2,200. Yeah. So
I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised that there's 1,000 stores in the U.S.
Yeah.
Well, one of the main reasons that I decided to self-publish is because I think this industry's been mismanaged for decades.
Oh God!
And I didn't see any real recovery, especially since media is being consumed differently. Like print medium is pretty much dying or is dead, and nobody's really figured out, like even Hollywood hasn't really figured out how, and they have resources, how to like adjust to this new way of showing off their wares. Like TV is pretty much dead. They put all their eggs in streaming, and that blew up in their face. And I was like, the whole streaming thing, I was like, you already have cable. Like there's only one benefit to streaming, and is that you can get the whole season in one drop. You know what I mean?
I mean,
binge watch.
Art,
No,
Art,
that's
don't you
not.
think? But wait. Don't you think streaming was working when it was only Netflix, and then
Well, it's
everyone
Because they
got
have a
greedy?
library too.
It's greed.
Yeah.
It's greed.
Then
It's
everybody got greedy,
fuck.
and then like, I'm gonna make my
Yeah.
own streaming service, and then you have to pay almost more than you were paying when you were paying with cable.
yeah,
With
yeah.
Yeah,
it's
Netflix.
well,
greed.
think about what Netflix was offering. They pretty much had everything,
Mhm.
under one roof.
Umbrella.
So of course, they were going to do good, and yeah, the rest got greedy
Well,
and thought that they had better. And like Disney was like, oh well, we're Disney. We have all this IP. We just bought Fox. We have Star Wars. We have Marvel. We can't lose. And the
Yeah.
thing is, you
They
are.
still found a way to lose.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
I mean,
you look
with
at
how can you win with Gay Willow?
well, yeah, or just the catalog. Look at all the stuff that Netflix offered. Look at
Yeah.
all the stuff that Disney offered. It's like not even a tenth.
Yeah.
And it's the same with all the other streaming channels. It's like, wait a minute, you want to charge $8, but you literally have a bunch of movies that we've seen multiple times on TBS and TNT.
Dude,
And then what?
yeah,
One
what-
exclusive movie every 6 months? Who
But
cares?
what people are doing right now, it's what's being called like a floating subscription.
Yeah,
Like,
I do
for
the same
example,
thing.
if you like Tulsa King, for example, you pay Paramount for 1 month, you watch Tulsa King, then you cancel the subscription, then
Yep.
go to Max, see what you need to see there for a couple of months,
Yes.
cancel it, and go to Apple TV. And
Yes.
that's what people are doing. It's like, we're not making any money, guys. Like, stop being greedy. Give
Yeah.
everything to Netflix or whatever. Like maybe Netflix and Apple TV, and then everybody else disappears.
Yeah, just
Well,
like, yeah.
Apple
and the thing
TV
is-
has nothing.
Right,
Yeah.
and the thing is,
I'm just
Disney,
for saying names.
Yeah, yeah. Money.
Disney already has ABC. They have the Disney Channel. They already had ways of getting this stuff out there, right? They didn't really need this, and they had deals with Netflix as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just pure greed. And the thing is, what they figured out is like that they couldn't even do the business model of streaming because, like you guys said, people were going in. It's like, oh, well, I want to watch The Mandalorian. They'd subscribe, they download it, boom, they're done. They wouldn't pick the subscription back up. And the thing is, then they started going, oh, well, we're going to drop them once a week, or we're going to do this, that, the other thing. It's like, okay, well, now you're changing the rules. Now there's no advantage to have a streaming channel.
Yeah.
If I can't download the entire season and binge watch, then what's the point? Then it's just fucking TV, right? If I have to wait a week, then it's serialized TV.
It's not just TV, it's fucking TV.
It's
which is completely
cable.
different.
Never adapted their business model, and streaming
Yeah.
hasn't figured it out yet because cable literally each channel gets 50 cents per household.
Mhm.
So whether you're the shitty Oprah channel that nobody watches or you're the Hallmark channel, you get 50 cents per household. But the other channels that actually people watched, they unless you own like Viacom, it's Viacom.
Viacom.
Which has like 8 channels that are on cable. You couldn't negotiate with a cable company to say, hey man, we need more than 50 cents per channel. People actually watch us.
And yet somehow it was working, somehow.
No, it wasn't really working. That's why if it was actually working and they were happy with it, they would have never gone to streaming.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why, like Disney and all them didn't go to Netflix and say, okay, we want to have a separate section of Netflix just for our stuff.
Well, that's
Yeah.
ego. That's
And
stock
then
options,
make a deal with them
stock
because Netflix already had the infrastructure. They
Yes.
already had everything figured out. They already had the attention of the people.
yes.
Yeah, but all these companies wanted to do is they wanted to destroy the competition.
Yeah.
Like people were predicting this. Remember the streaming wars? They were saying who's going to come out on top? Everybody predicted exactly what's happening right now. I can't believe that these guys' egos were so huge that they thought that they were going to be able to, like, one of them was going to be on top. As far as I know, Netflix is still the one. They're still on top.
Yeah,
right?
Tubi.
Nobody's been-
Because
Yeah.
it's free with
Oh,
commercials.
Tubi, yeah.
Yeah, Tubi was smart because they created a free format,
Yes.
and that's
With
why they're
advertising.
big right now.
You know,
They're
but you know
blowing
who-
up.
Who's the big winner out of this whole war?
It's us,
It's a-
and we have options.
No, it's
It's
a country.
Netflix.
No, it's a country. South Korea. Why? And
Why
why did I say South Korea and you highlight Todd?
Todd,
Because
you put your
he's
hand up.
whiter.
Had his hand up.
He's
Yeah, Todd
whiter.
put his hand up. You got to.
Say
unmute.
something about South Korea, Todd.
You're muted, Todd. Yeah.
Unmute yourself.
I'm Pedro because I'm wondering where he's going.
Okay.
Yeah.
South
Let's go
Korea.
straight to heck.
Yeah.
Straight to hell.
They're
Panama
making money
hell.
how?
But why did you say
Hello.
South Korea?
Why South Korea is winning? Because Netflix is now full of South Korean series.
Oh, I
which are
noticed
cheap.
that.
Yeah.
And dude, the thing is, like, the ladies are loving that shit. Like my mom, all her friends.
Dude, there's
Everybody
I've
like-
actually watched a couple
Okay,
of those
that's
freaking South Korean shows.
Panama.
No, dude,
Said
but
there's what,
I
2,000
look
people
at
there?
numbers. Make a survey in the U.S. You see how many people are watching South
I
Korean
don't watch
shows.
one of those things.
No, I don't watch
But
that.
that's us. I don't watch them either. Like I'm not.
I
interested
barely
in
watch
rules.
anything that's dubbed.
There you go.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, like, South Korea has been open to the world through this war because Netflix has acquired, like, dude, a huge catalog of those series, and those K dramas are just like they just took over. That wouldn't have happened if Netflix had had like Disney and Paramount and all those other like studios. So I guess that's the winner.
All right,
Randy
before we go
Howard
any further, let's try to bring this back into like
Yeah,
comic
Comics.
books. Okay?
Yeah, please.
So you know, there's similar problems with most media. You know, distribution. You know, markets. You know, advertising. You know, all of these things. So, okay, Diamond goes. We've already pretty much unanimously said, like, they're done. Like, they're done.
Mhm.
So then you have independent companies like Image is already signed on with Lunar. So if Lunar is going to do that, then Lunar's probably going to pick and choose other indie publishers that they're going to pick up. They're going to pick up the strong ones. If you have a choice, right, you're not going to pick up, you know, willy-nilly, you know,
And unreliable companies,
you know, independent. So those guys are going to have to figure out something else because they're not going to get picked up by any kind of distribution. So either they're going to have to make direct deals with retailers or they're going to have to crowdfund. So what do you think? Okay, so you have Dark Horse, you have Diamond, you have the bigger indie publishers going with Lunar or whoever, right? So that's fine. Okay. What do you think the other, you know, like I see this one Massive Publishing, they got like Popeye, and I think they got the Zorro Man of the Dead, the Sean Gordon Murphy books.
Yeah.
So let me share this with you guys and see if you think this can survive.
I think for smaller publishers like that, they're going to have to image up. They're going to have to come together as a conglomeration.
So do you think like Image or one of these publication or these publishers should try to like make a deal, or like these people can probably like I'm sure that these aren't exclusive, so whoever created these different titles can take these titles to those different publishers, right?
Yeah.
You would assume.
Yeah. Or like these small, like Aftermath or whatever they're called, you know, like those smaller publishers
Aftershock?
are just Aftershock, yeah.
Aftershock,
Just
yeah.
they'll come together with other publishers and publish under one banner.
Yeah.
And they'll become like a new version of Image.
Yeah.
And they'll try to survive like that. A
Yeah,
lot of
they
them,
gotta
though, I think, are just going to
consolidate,
die.
Only if there's money, because
Right,
honestly,
right.
It always takes.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to get someone who's in management, who will accept all that responsibility and all that communicating and manage and organize, but they're going to get paid well for it.
Yeah, and that's
So
why I think
any
a
of
lot of
those-
them are,
yeah.
But
That's
here's the thing: is every one of these small publishers, Massive, Aftershock, any one of these things, they're all movie deal comic book companies.
Yep.
Their whole business structure is set on turning
Movie
one of
pitches.
these comic book deals into a movie deal. That's where the money is coming from. It's like
So what does that mean, Clint?
risk. It's a risk investment. People are putting money into this that they can get an idea turned into a movie.
Yeah.
And
It's a different way to
not
make
all
stories.
not all of these companies are going to survive this.
no,
because
a lot of them are going to die.
Yeah, like
So,
It won't be worth it.
let me stay on topic. So do you think there's going to be a new company? Okay, after I ask this question, a new company that's going to work like Image that's going to try to pick up these titles, or do you
No.
think these titles will go to Image? Go ahead, Todd.
No. So if any a publisher has franchise IPs, no, because those things are set in ironclad.
they're all licensed.
Because if it's a license, that has to be treated a certain way. There's approval.
Yeah.
So no,
IDW
there isn't going to be one company swallowing up other companies with contracts already in place like that, because that gets really, really tricky. But
So then those indies that have those contracts, then their IP pretty much dies with the publishing company.
Wait,
or
but
they continue
Image
like
doesn't
they
buy
are.
them up. Image will just you pay $2,400 or whatever it is to
Pay to
pull
play.
That's how
I-
Image has been
I-
for decades.
IDW will die, and then Dynamite will pick up the licenses that any of them that were making money, because Dynamite is well run. And
Or-
Which the Turtles make a lot of money.
Or
Yeah.
the Sky. Well, who's the new company that's doing Transformers? Skyfall or
Yeah.
Skyfree?
Skybound.
then that's Robert Kirkman, who has deep pockets now. So, like Robert Kirkman and Nick Perucci they'll slice up what IPs can make.
Well,
some money.
just to your point, Clint, they're both Hollywood as well. So The Boys is Dynamite. I know Nick's got those connections
Nick's
there.
got that money, and Kirkman's
also,
got his Walking Dead.
right. Well, also Walking Dead. That circle of confusion. They already have Hollywood representation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's a that whole business venture came out of that. So it's Circle of Confusion, which is a rep, big time Hollywood rep. They're the ones who rep me, and so they got great connections, and then they got Robert Kirkman, right?
Yeah.
They set up all the Walking Dead stuff. They put that together. They got Bendis. They got almost all the comic book people already.
But like you say, they have Bendis. Bendis got one thing option, I think, but like it's all about those options. Like all of these smaller press companies, the Massives, the Aftershocks, they've got investor money in them, but they need that Walking Dead hit. They need the Boys hit, and that's what Dynamite has, and that's what Skybound has. Dark Horse has the history of making
remember also Skybound has
comics into
Invincible.
movies. If
That's
you
what I
can't-
need,
if you
investors.
can't turn a
Let
comic
me
into
read
a
this real
movie,
quick.
It's done.
All right, who wants to invest?
Hey, hold on. When you guys see Super Chat, zip it.
Shut up.
Okay, we got Stealth X5 $2. Thank you so much for the super chat. Hello, thank you. You didn't have to send $2 along just to say hi, but I'm glad you did.
Awesome. That's so awesome.
So go ahead, Rob. What were you saying?
I said, that's what I need is investors then.
Well, Stealth is investing in Pontificators right now.
Get an idea option.
10 grand a month.
Can do it.
Per
He's
month.
got Death Hunter.
Damn it! That's the second. That's the next book.
That's
God,
Rob Raider.
don't-
Rob Raider and Death.
Don't screw up my marketing campaign.
Well, we just created 2 IPs with the out of the
Yeah,
one.
dude.
I already
Very
created
ungrateful,
them.
Rob.
Huntdeather.
Those were
Huntdeather
already
is the
created.
sequel.
The thing is, it's just not that that easy. So there's like Platinum, who's got a lot of creative people, and they have a lot of IPs. So they got a catalog. So a lot of these publishers are doing similar things. Like so they pick up independent books, and so they offer them some kind of exclusive or publishing, exclusives. And so then for that, those guys give up. Not just the publishing rights, but they probably give up, their IP rights for film, licensing, TV, all that good stuff. So yeah, a lot of that stuff is happening, and that's the bigger gamble. And also, I do think that's what got us into this problem, because a lot of people that are thinking like, oh well, it's not about the comic books, it's about the film, it's about all this other extraneous stuff. Yeah. And that's how we're going to make our fortune. But that's a big ass gamble because, I played that game, but I didn't put all my eggs in one basket, right? Like I didn't go, okay, it's all or nothing. I'm like, I'm going to create this stuff, but I'm still going to work at Marvel and DC, and then, of course, now I'm just completely independent, but it makes a lot of sense, financially to do that right now, especially hindsight, being what it is with Diamond going bankrupt and publishing being what it is. This is probably the best, most healthy place to be. But I mean, so most of these like massive, do you think that they're just going to go belly up?
Eventually.
Yeah. I think a lot of them are.
So you don't think there's going to be a lot of consolidation? There's going to be more or less just kind of people just dropping off like flies?
I think there will be some consolidation.
They'll hang on for however long their financiers want to hang,
or they need to.
But it's all money. It's like you can't operate a comic book company without money, and if you don't get something optioned from Hollywood, investors are going to pull out, and that's where the money is. Like investors are putting hundreds of thousands, maybe $1 million into these companies to keep them running. All these comic book creators are living off of that little bit of salary that these investors put the money into the company. If they don't see a return on their investment and they pull out and they see, and you don't even have sales because you like all of the comic book avenues are drying up because of the way the market is going, like nothing's keeping it afloat. So yeah.
Well, too, I was just thinking as you were talking, it's like the Hollywood thing too. Like there's blood in the water in comicdom, right? So when Marvel was riding high, like Hollywood's like, well, let's look at comic books. It seems viable. Well, now Marvel can't even, with their massive universe and their IPs, they can't even make it work. So, like that Hollywood seems like that stuff is dried up too, because, when things are successful, success breeds success. So Hollywood's like, oh, okay. This stuff is doing well. But now Diamond's gone. A lot of these independent, publishers are going to go, retail outlets. I mean, what Marvel or like Hollywood exec is going to go, let's start looking at comic books again.
Well, it all depends on the scripts that are coming across their desk, right?
And
because
those are a disaster.
If it's easier, like one of the things I asked a couple of people about is like, why does Hollywood like comic books in the first place? And they said because you can just pitch it by just handing it to the people in the room, and they can just flip through and go, this looks interesting, and that's it. They literally don't even have to read it. They don't have to read a script. They can just flip through the comic book, and then they can ask questions and ask more. I know that Top Cow for the longest time, Top Cow only existed because Mark Silvestri wanted an office so he could show his Hollywood friends when he was doing Hollywood concept art, and it kept people in the office. It gave them a job. So they literally created projects just to keep the office rolling.
Well, they had Top Cow pitch books too. Have you ever seen any of those?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
But the same thing
is
is going to be with the books, Massive and whoever else. If the people that are working that are in the office, if they can't get another job somewhere else, they're going to keep Massive going as long as they can. I saw it at CrossGen. The same thing happened at CrossGen. Everybody who has can move on, got the fuck out of CrossGen as fast as they could when they knew that, checks weren't going to show up regularly. They started making phone calls. And the people who stayed on the longest is because they had to, like the British dude, because his visa was tied up with CrossGen. So he stayed with CrossGen until they locked the doors.
Well, that's called indentured servitude.
It was, and he felt like it because I think they still owed him like $18,000 by the end.
Was his name Toby or something?
He did a ton of stuff for Marvel. I always Mike Perkins.
Oh, okay.
So he felt like an indentured servant at the end. Like he just was like he kept waiting for his his visa to go through so he could finally work for Marvel.
This sounds absolutely horrible because Hollywood isn't even the parachute anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like fuck.
And
It's video games.
And it hasn't been for it's video games now.
Rob,
It
Rob, I have another question.
Uh-oh.
When you work by his desk, was he like humming while drawing? Like,
Oh, no. Because remember, anybody who had an option got the F out of there as fast as possible. That was me too.
Yeah,
I'm a mercenary, man. As soon as you tell me, Rob, do you need your check? I'm gone. I'm like, I'm returning phone calls.
I don't. Either Rob doesn't want to, like give you the racism, or he just doesn't think you're funny, Pedro.
No. I literally, if I was still there, like the next year, when poor Mike is drawing and not getting paid just for his visa, I would be like, "Oh, dude, you should have seen him. He practically had a chain on his leg."
That little thing they put on their necks. Yeah.
Dude, I bet he felt like that. That chain was a visa, and it was just hanging over his head.
You gotta be a purple-haired lesbian to get hired in video games.
Yeah. Dude, that's the problem.
No. DI is going down. Trump's taking DI down.
Hey, man.
Walmart, McDonald's, man. Come on, Bob, get with the times.
Hey, friggin' Marvel Rivals, man.
You do realize that if it can change this fast just because Trump is president, what happens when he leaves? Do they just try to change it back?
JD, I got 2 words for you. JD Vance.
Not the way the economy's going.
Those are 3.
People are going to be really pissed off at Republicans. They got 4 years to get angry at.
You know what, Rob? Sometimes I just feel like muting you.
Well, no.
Hey, man. Hey. You can't.
Rob's right. Gavin Newsom will fix everything.
All they got to do is put a spin on it.
Hey, guys.
You mean shoulder dancing Newsom?
Yeah. I find
Gavin Newsom will steal people's properties.
Yeah, Gavin Newsom will purify with fire.
You're gonna make so much money.
Yeah, he'll purify with fire, and then they can rebuild.
Dude, that freaking video was creepy as shit.
Yeah,
man.
dude.
That dude, I think he's a cokehead. He's just a flake. I think he's on drugs.
He would have fit in perfectly in Extreme Studios in the 90s.
Oh,
damn!
Fit perfect with Marvel. Think of Marvel right now.
Yeah, we hit all the good drugs.
Hey, you can't censor and mute my my conspiracy theory brother here, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I wish everything I said was conspiracy theory.
Yeah, dude.
It's like 2 months from now.
You know why? Like, you guys are gonna get a lot of energy if you start drilling, and that's gonna bring prices down right away because the gas is going down, trucks our distribution of food is gonna go down. You guys are gonna be fine. Don't worry. Just
you know what? I don't know what the actual oil reserves in Texas are. But there is massive oil reserves in Texas. Yeah. Like we don't even need that foreign oil, to be honest.
No, you don't. Future in oil was already low. Price of oil is not going any lower.
Wait a minute. No,
that's what they said. They said you guys are running out of oil. You're not.
Back in the day, they used to tell us it was, that's why it's called fossil fuels. It was like there because of the dinosaurs. What they found out is oil is reproducing itself.
There's a fabrication.
Yeah.
Like oil is not based on fossils.
This idea that we'd be running out of oil in 30 years is not true.
You mean we don't run on dino juice?
Wait,
it's not dino juice.
It's not the idea that we're going to run out of oil. It's we're running out of the easy access oil, and that's why we had to go to fracking.
Yeah,
we have to spend,
and that's not even true. It's just like it's regulations of where they'll let us drill. We got plenty of gas. Fill it up, pour it over the top, spill a little on the floor so that the liberals can see their tears.
Except that's not true.
That's what I say.
In front of an elementary school. Just do it.
Burn it, baby.
It used to be 1 barrel of oil to get 1,000 barrels out of the ground. We're coming close to 100 barrels to get 100 barrels, and that's what they're afraid of. Technology will have to greatly improve.
You're buying into their propaganda, Rob.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not, Clint. I wish
Elon's going to save us.
There's oil. There's coal. It's everywhere, man.
You guys, I don't know, man. Elon's going to save us.
You're right, Clint. We're going to Mars next year. We're going to Mars next year. Everything is perfect.
Hey, here's the thing that hurts oil the most. Is it has this sort of sweet spot. If it goes below, then it's not worth taking on.
Exactly, yeah.
That's the market. The ratio.
If it costs too high, if it goes too high, then it becomes a huge manipulation.
Yes.
By other countries.
The whole thing is manipulation, though. Whole thing is manipulation because they have the oil. They don't want to let it out too much because then it cuts the price.
In the 90s, we put it back in the ground in the same spot it was drilled out of as part of our reserves.
Yeah. No, there's oil. There's oil for days
now.
We only have an inch of topsoil left.
There's oil for our lifetimes, and whoever's after that.
And that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Guys. Elon's going to take us to Mars. We're going to start drilling there. It's good. We're good.
Yeah,
you know what a fallacy that is?
There's oil on Earth. There's oil on Mars, man.
If people would just stop having kids, we could just party real hard for the next 30 years, and then it won't matter.
Anybody going to Mars knows there's no coming back.
That's
a real problem.
No,
you shut your whole mouth.
Come back as long as they send the oil.
No, they need to build a gas station there.
I saw War of the Worlds. It doesn't end well.
They get the oil.
You go to Mars, it doesn't end well.
All you need to do is have a cold, though. If you have a cold, War of the Worlds is over, man.
Todd,
that was Martian propaganda, so we'll go there.
The common cold will take care of those damn Martians.
Martian's like, hey guys,
this is getting very abstract.
We'll get the humans to go to Mars.
Thank you.
Get them to start the drilling and everything. We just sit back and we collect the profits. It's good.
And then we'll eat them. Eat those chubby humans.
Here's where it's at. It's a golden future for America.
It's a golden age.
It's a golden age.
It's a golden age.
There are no limits.
Yeah,
it's true. I feel it.
Out beyond the horizon.
I'm already stacking hundreds behind me.
We're all pumping our fists. And
by next week, it'll be.
I got it in my elbow. I got a
one at a time.
In my elbow, but I'm pumping my arthritis in my elbow. But otherwise,
Roy's
got to dial it back a little bit.
That's the money. That's the money counting elbow.
Roy's got a good point though, man. Is that everyone talked about how there was a coal shortage and we're running out of coal, and then Petro came around. All of a sudden, we got plenty of coal, and it's like.
Yeah, it's all rigged.
Wait! No one ever said there was a coal shortage.
It's all rigged.
I remember there were articles saying that that coal was going to run out and all this shit. And then
wait till all the people said that the government was involved in JFK's assassination.
I swear to God, you two are in sync, man.
Yeah. Remember when Al Gore said we were going to be underwater in 2019?
Yeah,
it's true. We are.
Are we underwater? Like, I don't know. I know when I'm wet.
I'm in a submarine right now.
Pedro,
financially, we're all underwater.
Pedro, everything is a simulation, man. Don't you realize this? Yeah.
Pedro,
we've been in pods for the last 100 years.
Can we talk about comic books?
Yeah, please. This is very abstract, and I'm getting scared.
We should start a second show that is just conspiracy theories.
Conspiracy theories.
Hell yeah, dude.
We'd have way more material for the second show.
Beer and nuts.
We don't have to be beholden to anything.
Conspiracies and cryptids.
Yeah. I went to a comic news site for ideas tonight. Mm-hmm. All the artwork I saw was shit and looked like it was all done on the computer with no textures.
Yeah, no, it's
I couldn't believe it. I unfortunately, that's what I feel is the next generation. They are learning how to draw 3 pages a day on the computer as fast as possible. Guys like Jim Lee, Art T. Bear, Anybody with like crazy detail, Stephen Platt, that'll be
A thing of the
old
past.
generation.
That's already largely
Yeah.
a thing of the past, man.
Yeah, it's going to be
Well,
all
let
color.
me read this. Randy Howell, $2 super chat. Thank you. How many more comic book shops can we afford to lose?
None.
I think that we are really at that point of no return. This is it, man. This is end game. Because I don't think Marvel and DC are going to be able to sustain it. One of the things we talked about on this show is the numbers that Marvel and DC are not showing us. So even like we were speculating, maybe the top 5, maybe top 10 are showing profit. But once you get past that, they're probably losing money or breaking even, losing money. So the majority of books, the mass amount of books, are losing money every month.
Okay, the question, is this the time when we switch to digital monthly?
No.
Collected
Ron.
and hardcovers are the only printed.
Digital doesn't sell.
It doesn't fucking matter, Clint.
Yeah.
The industry's already dying and all the stores are closing.
You sell one digital comic, you sell 100 digital comics, it gets pirated everywhere. There's no profit.
It only
There's no
gets
profit.
pirated because the companies actually won't get off their ass and just use their own DDoS attacks on those sites. Can barely hold themselves up. If you give them DDoS attacks, all those sites will be down instantly. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist at Hollywood,
Dude,
the music
they did it with
industry, and the
movies.
comic book company could thump them overnight with a few hackers.
Show me one rocket scientist that works at a comic book company.
Oh, dude,
He got you there.
Dude, there
He
are
got
all
you
kinds
there.
of like white hat hacker groups that they could get a hold of.
They could make it secure if they wanted to. They could make it secure.
And the other thing is, comics is a collector's market. I agree. It's a speculator market.
I disagree. Because it didn't start off that way.
It didn't start off that way, but it is now.
Well, there is that aspect. And the reason it is all that is because the majority of people buying comics now are older people. And they're older and they're nostalgic. So they are collectors. But the thing is, it was always disposable income aimed at young adults or young kids. Well, not young kids, but kids, right? So the thing is, it was always disposable. It was always inexpensive. And it was never really treated with any kind of kid gloves or anything like that. It was always just kind of 20 minutes of fun. You move on, you go play with your friends, whatever. And so the thing is, this industry moved away from their fan base. And when I broke into the business, it was always 10-year cycles, right? You have the kids for 10 years, then they age out. Then you get, the kids coming in 10 years, age out. That's why repetition, similar stories, all those things didn't matter. You didn't have to worry about, continuity for the last 40 years, all that stuff, because none of that mattered because people were coming in and going out. You don't have that anymore. You have the people that came in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and they stayed. So you don't really have any new blood
like
coming in.
Haircut.
You have older people like us making comics for older people. So nobody is really in tune with any of the younger people. So yes, that aspect does exist, the collector market, yes. But the reason I believe we're in trouble is because we did just pander to that group of people. We didn't try to get the kids anymore. We just gave it all up. And so in turn, we never really built a new fan base. And our fan base is aged out and they're dying. Let's face it.
Oh, no. They're dying.
Let's face it. Clint only had like 2 or 3 more years.
Damn it, Clint.
Earlier,
damn, dude, your hair's just as white as Clint's.
Yeah, but Clint was just stroking out. Did you see?
I've been exercising and eating vegetables.
Oh, dude,
it is vodka.
I mean, I don't know if this is a solution. I don't know if this is a solution, guys. But now that I'm back in music and I'm playing stuff and I'm making records and whatnot, kids are buying vinyl. Why are they
There's a
buying
retro
vinyl?
aspect to everything.
Yeah, but no, but wait. There's a thing.
Because they're
Wait.
idiots.
No, they're not idiots, man.
No,
It's
they
a
are.
whole,
Vital sucks.
it's a whole hipster thing, tactile, you know.
Yeah. No,
And
and
we can do
Pedro's
that with
right.
comics too.
Yeah,
We can do that with
vinyl
comics
is
too.
cool with the
Wait.
hipsters,
Yeah.
but there's no guarantee it's gonna be cool in comics.
Yeah,
Okay,
but can
but
we
wait,
do it monthly?
you guys are not letting me finish.
Yeah.
Wait, how do you
Well,
do
quit
it?
pausing. Come on.
Rob. Jesus, shut up.
Okay, we're trying to. How do you make it finish? We got to sell pot right next to the comic books. That's how they do it with vinyl. You get there. You got pipes. You got all the paraphernalia,
Hey, Rob,
papers.
Pot and pipes on one side, porn on the other side. Comics.
You know what,
Comic books in the
Pedro?
middle.
I said the same thing. I said the
Yeah.
same thing at comic conventions. If I was selling brownies right next to my prints and my original artwork, I would outsell those other
Everybody.
things with those
Yeah, exactly.
damn
Hey, Rob, I
brownies.
guess we
Exact-
got to make our books out of hemp now.
Except your
Mhm.
license, the license to sell the food is a lot more expensive
Hey,
than to sit.
Hey,
at a
I
table.
wouldn't get
transfer
no
prices.
Wait,
shall be
wait.
made.
I didn't know that. Is that true? To sell food
Yeah.
at a convention, you got to pay more.
Yeah, it's
you
more
shitting me?
expensive.
Oh, yeah.
You need permits.
Yeah, you gotta get a
legally,
permit.
have to.
You need
Yeah.
permits.
You just break out a tin of pot brownies.
Well, that's kind of cheap.
Yeah,
Well, the
that'll
thing
last
is,
long.
Hey, Bob, do you hear like some of these little kids that are selling lemonade were getting shut down by Johnny Law because they didn't have permits?
Well, that's because
I'm the one who called them. I called the cops on them.
Oh,
Shut
Rob.
that shit down.
Narc.
Hey,
I
Rob,
rolled up and said, I need a $5
put the comics stick to the
surcharge.
porn mags. No, better yet, make the comics into the porn mags.
Yeah.
Wait, even better.
Isn't
If
that
we
what
could
I've been
sell
trying to
guns
do?
and ammo next to comics, next to pot, next to porn,
Yeah, put all the vices there.
all in one store.
Cigarettes, man.
Yeah,
That'd
but
be-
no, but that's
and
the thing.
cigarettes. That'd be
That's
the
that's the thing. Like
Print
right
the
now,
print the comics on paper you can roll up into
Yeah.
a giant dude.
Make them disposable again. There you go.
yeah, but that's the thing, guys. Like we have
That's
to bring
that's not
comics
possible.
into a place that will make it look cool. Right now, comic book shops. I'm sorry, they're not cool. People don't go in them.
No,
So we have to-
done. Yeah.
Yeah. So
The thing is, the old paradigm is done. Like it is really, really clear now. I mean, Diamond going out. You know, the numbers at Marvel and DC. You know, those are IPs that have been around for 40, 60, 70 years. You know, and they can't even make it work. So the thing is, and it's kind of a dying clientele, sad to say, but it's really old people making comics for old people. And so a lot of the people that are like poo-pooing the whole digital thing, listen, digital, sometimes things aren't viable just because people don't want it to be viable. People don't have the energy. People aren't really trying to sell it. They're not really pushing it. So one thing about this industry is everybody is afraid. Nobody. It's a delicate ecosystem, and nobody wants to make that move. Nobody wants to be that person. The thing is now, Diamond is. So it's like the gloves are off now. So I feel we should. I felt this years ago, but I really feel it now. We should not be beholden to any of the old paradigms. If this is going to continue, we have to reinvent it. We have to, or it's not going to work. And one of the things that Comicsgate and what we're doing is we're taking control. We're going direct to consumer. This is a direct consumer movement. There's no Diamond. There's no retailer. There's none of those things. So this is a successful. All of us are making our living off of it. Well, the majority of us are. Yeah, Rob is tanking out loud. But
I need investors.
So yeah, Rob's selling blood, but hey,
it's keeping him afloat, right?
yeah, he's
But
not
the
that
thing-
pale yet.
Yeah, but the thing is, things have
Sweetie,
to
you paid
change. Things have to change, and people don't. They don't. It's not that they don't want it to change, but nobody wants to be that person that you can point the finger at and go, "You're the reason why comic books collapsed, right? You're the reason." But the thing is, Diamond's already. It's inevitable, right? So that's it. It's done. We just have to try to figure out a way not to salvage, but to expand, to make people happy, to entertain people. Like, fuck this doom and gloom shit. I mean, there is a future out there, whether it's what we're doing or whether it's digital or whatever. And the reason digital has a future is because internet equals everything. Like, you can get out there, you can hustle, you can advertise, you can do things. You're not relying on, networks and all this other stuff. And you can hit a world market. You can hit a world market instantly. And you can cross over books with just a tab, like you can click on something, you can go read another book. All of this stuff. There's a ton of advantages to it. And also there's low overhead. So we don't have to print, you don't have to warehouse. You don't have to do those things. I want to be clear. It doesn't have to be all one thing or the other, but we do have to start putting energies into these other things. Otherwise, there is not going to be this industry.
I think what you're saying, Art, is 100% correct. But what our focus needs to be is how to transition those diehard Marvel, diehard DC comic book fans that show up on Wednesdays to buy the new comics, transition them into what we're doing. Like, there needs to be a lot more focus. Like, we've got a sliver, but let's take the whole freaking pie. And like, how do we do that? How do we cross over and show those people that show up on Wednesdays and have their pull list? Like, how do we get those people to see that that's dying, and this is where the future is, and this is where the creativity is, and this is where the fun comics and collectors and everything that you love about comics still exists, but that old model is dying. How do we get those die-hard comic shop people over into what we're doing? That's where I think that's where the future is. Because we need to just bring them over, because there's
right. I got the answer to that, but first, go on Katie's channel. Like go on successful channels. Go subscribe, everybody. Go subscribe to Katie Did's channel. Subscribe to all of our channels. Like, all these channels. Platforms. We need platforms. This is advertising, so we need platforms. And if we can kind of build it that way, that's the voice, that's the advertising, and then the other, like Clint, the excitement, the energy. Keep the excitement, keep the energy. This is where it's at right now. I've said this before, and I don't mean it like I'm patting myself on the back, but I've always been able, throughout my career, 40 years, I've always been right where shit's happening. Whether it was the death of Superman, whether it was the 90s X-Men, whether it was Image Comics, whether it was the Ultimates, whether it was, New 52, CG, all of those things, like right there, right on the forefront of those things. So this is where it's at. I'll debate that with anybody else. This isn't dying. There are doomsayers and people like that. But I'll tell you, once I said this, and what you were saying earlier, Clint, is what is a deterrent right now is this. It's kind of making it, but it's kind of breaking it as well. But with Trump being in part in control right now, maybe if we can get some unity, is that overlap. Is because everybody's like, oh, I'm Republican, I'm Democrat. We can't cross over. Like I kind of had it out with Kevin Dooley, who was one of my editors at DC Comics, and he's got his beliefs, and that's fine. You're a Democrat, you have your beliefs. But the thing is, until we can cross those two over, you know what I mean? Then that's a bigger piece of the pie. And so that's the thing. But at the same time, not necessarily start towing that line. You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden we're not going to say how excited we are about Donald Trump being president. You know, like and be enthusiastic about what we believe in. You know, so it's going to have to be, you know, some kind of combination. And the thing that really crosses people over is success. So if Trump can create success with the economy, with oil, with all those things we were talking about, then those people that are on the fence as far as Democrats, they're going to start pulling over, because let's face it, Trump won the popular vote. Like he took swing states. I mean, you don't do that unless there's Democrats coming over. You know what I mean? Like, so this stuff can happen. So what we need to do is stop necessarily like making Democrats the enemy, which they're really not. They just have a different point of view, and then just try to just make comic books for a general audience, just in a general way that appeal to everybody. You know, and that's the key, because we can build that, you know, but there is kind of like this line that's drawn in the sand. And I don't think that like CG or what we're doing is going to build unless we do that, because what's going to happen is like Democrat, that side is going to do, you know, crowdfunding like us. They're going to use our model and stuff like that. And good luck trying it. I mean, this was not easy to do, you know, but I don't really see them being able to pull what we have off. But you can join us. Yeah, you know what I mean. You can be part of this movement. You know, if you know, Sean Gordon Murphy wants to publish independently, come on over, man. You know what I mean? Publish your books here. What, Todd?
I'm wondering if you could get someone or some of the guys that made a lot of money to hire a firm to see if they could get a category of shipping for international.
Nope.
So don't say no. Fuck.
No, nobody's spending their own money to help everybody else out, Todd. I'm sorry.
Okay, but that would help themselves. So even if they only did it for themselves, then we'd all reap that benefit. But anyway, so we know that there's different shipping to different international companies. Even Canada's effed up, by the way. Mm-hmm. So if you had an advocate or a lawyer who could go in and say, hey, we want to create a category for shipping a particular size box by people who use crowdfunding or whatever, maybe that would be something that would really help with those people who want the book, but they don't really want to pay.
I don't want to be a dick, but sometimes it's hard for me not to be a dick. You mentioned
don't be a dick.
You mentioned lawyer.
Fuck.
No.
Yeah.
The people have already answered this question. It's a bunch of us getting together who a bunch of us get together who sell enough books on a foreign basis, and we ship it all at once with freight. Yeah. And then there's a point of contact like for England or for Europe.
Shipping to a particular region or country.
Yes, exactly. To try to get your own category or crowdfunding and
I have a specific example of what you guys are talking about.
Right.
And it's Ross Leach and Randy Zimmerman with the Atlantean. They got a deal.
Yes. I was going to mention that. Yes.
They got a deal in Brazil, and they translated the Atlantean into Brazilian, and now they're selling books in Brazil.
Nice. Yeah. And even Image Comics had something like that but it's going to take somebody that either has the drive, has the resources and money to do it, because it's going to. Where I agree with Clint is that who's going to do it? Like none of us have the time. None of us really have the energy.
Yeah, but guys, like within CG, we already have guys putting not that much money because they're not loaded, but they have the drive. We have Critical Blast doing distribution, right? And he's been doing that since 2019, and dude, he has happy customers all over. We have Fund My Comic. That's made with his own money. Like he has no funding, And
Yeah,
he's
I
making people
bet
from the
if he got really big, he might
Yeah.
be willing to look into it.
Yeah, exactly.
You want me
It may
to
not
just
be
be a
something
jerk
that's
again,
actually
or should I just
possible.
stay quiet?
Yeah.
But
Didn't
Go ahead,
somebody-
Clint. Be the jerk again.
Well, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Didn't somebody? I asked somebody that question. Didn't they say something like there are laws preventing you from doing that?
what do you
And
mean?
there's
From
monopoly
doing
laws.
like group drop shipping or something.
Oh,
like
I don't
that?
know.
No, okay. Group drop shipping, you can do it from the US to a country. You got to find somebody in the country to do that for you.
Right,
So,
they gotta have like
that's-
a DHL service. So
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
dropping it to them, and then
Mhm.
they're distributing.
And they distribute that. So
Out of
what we need to
which
create is a
eBay
network. For
does all the
example,
time.
but for example, Panama, it's only 4 million people. Like, and from those 4 million people, 12 read comics. Your target.
Well, this is
wait,
all
Art, give me a
guy.
second.
It
Give me a
can be
second.
done. No, it can be done. We've already covered that. But the
Yeah.
thing is, we can't do it. I
Who-
do it.
who-
with-
who's spending the time to figure out international shipping?
Yeah.
Who's done international
I'll tell you
shipping
what,
per
here's-
country per thing, and making a profit of and actually getting your book out to people on time? Like who's going to figure that out for other people? Because of all the
It's
time
going to take a business. It's going to take a
getting
company.
your own book out on time.
Right,
Do
but
you
it's
know
going
how
to
to
take
circumvent
a company. It's going to take a company that wants to do it. There
Right.
are distribution companies that will take like I had a few
What
in
are
the days
profit
in
margins
Image
on that,
Comics.
Art?
Wait,
In Image Comics, I had like foreign distribution, and then they would adapt it into those language. So there were different markets, world markets that book was getting into. So there are
Does
things
that work
like
for
this.
small press? Small
Yeah,
press?
but it has to be somebody that is willing to do it. So
Yeah.
far, we haven't really crossed paths with anybody like that.
Yeah.
So it can, in theory, work, but you would have to find an outside person to do it
Mhm.
because
You have
none
to
of
have the
us-
sales.
We're
With
so
The
we're
sales.
so busy creating these things ourselves that we don't really have that time or that drive or the knowledge to be able to pull these things off.
Yeah. Are you guys familiar with
I'm
Panini?
going to teach you guys a little trick. There's a way to circumvent international high shipping costs, and that's just tell your customer, hey, I'd like to get the book out to you to where you live, but why don't you just wait, and I'll put them up on eBay, and then the shipping.
You have any idea how you got
That's
1,000
super easy.
backers? That is everything that you add to the process, it becomes monumental harder. Every little thing, even stretch goals, become little, like complications.
And then you're depending on that backer to actually come through on the back end after you maybe like just squeaked by on your goal, and then that backer is going to put in enough money to make sure that the book is profitable.
A question. Art of Roy brought this up. You guys could do POD in other countries, but who will do quality control and fulfillment?
Exactly.
Okay.
That's the big problem.
That's but guys, are
That's
you guys
money.
familiar
The
with
margins are so thin.
No,
The
that's
margins
money.
are so
If you're selling tens of thousands of copies in
Mm-hmm.
England, someone's going to come to you and go, "Bro, you're selling tens of thousands of copies in England. Let me be that guy."
Oh, that'd be great.
Until the sales aren't there, it won't fucking matter.
Yeah,
Like a
that's-
lot of these things, networking and
love to deal with
distribution
those
shows
problems.
up when the sales are here. You can't create distribution and networking without the sales.
I was going to say,
Nothing,
Rachel,
yeah.
It's all money.
doesn't Amazon have a thing where they'll print your you can have them print your books in that
Yeah.
region?
Mhm. But that's not for comics, that's for books.
That's written.
Oh,
novel.
that's just for books. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Okay, guys, are you guys familiar with Panini or Norma?
Well, that's the Russ uses Panini, right? That's
Yeah.
who we work for. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Todd,
Panini,
I'm
but
sorry
Panini
if I'm
is
like you
Italian and
tonight.
Portuguese.
I'm sorry.
Okay, Norma
No
is
worries. No
Spanish.
problem.
Norma is in Spanish. Norma is based in Colombia. Nobody has approached them with a bulk of books and say, "Hey guys, we have this product. Let's get it translated into Spanish." Like it's just like if you say like it can be done. If you say it can be done, then it will be done. But have somebody approached them?
You know what fixes
That's
all
the
these
thing.
problems that we're talking about? more backers, more sales.
Yeah,
Money.
Bigger audience.
we're doing what we're supposed to do.
Expanding the
Yeah.
audience
Mhm.
is the number one goal that we should all be shooting for.
Yeah.
I agree.
A bigger audience gives you so much more freedom
An elbow
to
room.
do all the things
Yeah.
that we're talking about,
Yeah.
and that's where the focus always has to be, expanding that audience.
And
Yeah.
if somebody wants to come in, some business-minded person wants to come in and make deals and things like that, more power to them. You
Yep.
know what I mean? Like, we're all open to these things, but coming from us, the creatives, I don't see it happening because every day I'm sure we're maxed out with our time. So to just do something, even to look into this, is so, time consuming, and it's not going to pay off in any real way anytime soon. So it's hard to prioritize any of this
Yeah.
stuff.
Well,
So-
look at Extreme. Look at what Extreme Studios did. Look at what Wildstorm did. When you're selling millions of books, you can create a color department. You can hire
Yeah.
a bunch of guys. You can bring in
Yeah.
a bunch of interns like Brett Booth and go,
Yeah.
well, this guy's amazing. This Jeffrey Scott. It's
Yeah.
all money. Because money breeds more money. The more,
Yeah.
if you make a lot of money, then you can either expand or take that money and go, hey, thanks. I hope you enjoyed your comic books.
Or
Right.
if you can be Rob Liefeld, you can do both. You can expand and take all that money.
and then Deadpool kicks in. And you're like, oh, thank God.
Oh, bonus.
Bonus.
Hey, I can't draw feet or write a story, but hey, fuck you all. I'm more successful than all you fuckers.
Oh, wait. Cable's in the movie too? Oh, thank you very much.
I'm double dipping.
Yeah. Well, you know what, you guys, success breeds success. So we got Black and White Sins of the Fallen. This is volume 3. It is now in demand. We are 31,615. We are closing in on 32K. We are one backer away from 500 backers. That is monumental. Let me play this video, which will knock your damn socks off. Woo! Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you guys, 30 years ago, Image Comics, Black and White was born. So we are celebrating 30 years of the dynamic duo in existence. This is The Sins of the Father, and it is a 2-part story. So volumes 3 and 4 will be the 2 parts. And we are going to focus on Reed Blackett's past with MI10, ex-spy, and we're going to find out what led to, him becoming the vigilante known as Black. So we're going to get to track that story arc. We got some interior pages, and this thing is coming out amazing. We're a third of the way into this book being finished, so we're well on our way. It is 64 pages. We got Aaron Sparrow helping with the writing duties, along with Pamela and myself. We got Alan Patrick doing amazing breakdowns, my finishes, and Brian A. Mag doing the colors. So this is a great looking book, you guys. It is amazing. I will put this book up against any of the top DC Marvel books. It will definitely hold its own, if not clean their clocks. This book is amazing. We also have 2 books in this campaign. We have the High Octane 2. This is the animated adventures, and this is brought to you by Comicsgate's own Pedro Eng. He is
Yeah.
writing. He's writing this one, penciling, inking, and doing the color work. We dropped volume 1 with the last campaign. It did very, very well, you guys. So I was so happy when I pitched this to Pedro that he said he would be willing to do the second volume. And the pages he's turning in are absolutely fantastic. He is getting better and better every time he picks up the pencil. So thank you so much, Pedro, for agreeing to do this book.
I'm working on it right now.
Sweet. Sweet. So here's some of the interior pages. We got 4 different covers for this campaign. We got the A cover, which is mine. That's the main cover. We got the B, which is the villain cover. We got Lord Fakin and the Valdoom priestess known as Juju. And then, of course, we have the Carlo Barberi cover with my inks and Brian's coloring. And then, I don't know, some guy named John Malin for the D cover. And he did pencils, inks, and we got Brian to do the color work on this one as well. I really like his interpretation of Juju. I think she looks freaking awesome.
No doubt.
Yeah. So here's a better shot at the villain cover. That's the B cover. That one is doing very, very well. It's outselling even the great John Malin's cover. We got the Carlo Barberi cover, which I got to do something as far as stretch goals. Maybe stickers, patches, something where we're going to use this image. And then, of course, the D cover, which is the John Malin cover. And we do have original artwork. So we got the covers. And also, you guys, if you want this fantastic full bleed 11x17 Juju print, you can only get it here in the Jam. So the Jam is all the books with this campaign, plus 1 and 2 of the Man versus Machine story arc, and 1 and 2 of High Octane. And the only thing it doesn't have is the D cover, the John Malin cover, but you can get that as an add-on, as you can get all the covers and the High Octane 2 as an add-on. So you guys, we are 1 backer away from 500 backers. Let's get on it. If you want this to continue, you want comics to survive, you want a viable marketplace to sell comic books, support CG, support Black and White today. You will be glad you did. All right. So that's my little plug right there. So let's do that trailer, Clint. Do you have that? We can blast that Marvel.
Oh, no.
Well, we're gonna do a cleanse palette before we show off some of the other campaigns, because we got Clint's Blue Bombshell, but we'll do that after the trailer.
Captain African America.
Okay.
I don't know why Marvel's doing
in
this.
America.
Yeah.
Captain
It's gonna
Panama.
be glorious. It's gonna
Yeah.
be
Captain
glorious.
Panama.
Look, Captain Panama. Hey, where is he? Yeah, that's. Where did he go?
He's gonna see
You know what's so weird is they did that Winter Soldier Falcon thing on Disney Plus, and it tanked, and everybody hated it. So they thought so much
Let's
of
make a movie
that
out of
they
it.
decided to
A movie
spend
that they've reshot
$300 million on a movie.
Yeah. And you know
You got
what?
it, Clint?
You know what?
Yeah.
Out of that, like
I
Winter
think it's
Soldier.
loaded, so you just gotta pull me up.
You know,
I don't-
that Winter Soldier series, like I like the chemistry between Sam and the Winter Soldier. Like
Yeah.
those guys were melt, but the script was dog shit. It's just horrible.
You see it, Art, or do you...
No, it's not. It's not here.
Oh, here, let me try and reload it.
Your Blue Bombshell here, but
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that's what I was. You wanted the Captain America trailer?
hey, Bob.
Pay attention.
American trailer.
Yeah,
You want me to go find the new Captain America trailer?
I got it somewhere.
Pay attention, Clint. Jesus.
I guess English doesn't really register sometimes.
Yeah, dude. English is my second language. I have an excuse.
Clint had tunnel vision with the Blue Bombshell stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, he was staring at boobies.
That is accurate.
Yeah.
Here's the one.
Once Clint sees those things, he just
Bob
loses.
will get it. Bob will get it before I.
There you go.
Mhm.
There's the
Bob's already got it.
That's the one that just came out 5 days ago.
Mm.
Wait a minute. I don't see Bob's either.
Oh shit!
I just put it in the private
This
chat.
is the most
in the
entertaining part of
private
this
chat?
stream.
Oh, you gotta share it.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were going to share it.
I'm having like weather's bad here and everything, so better.
It's all good. I got it. I just didn't know where you sent it.
Yep.
I got stupid commercial. Hold on. Let me get rid of this commercial. Pop, 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 boosh. You got to do better, General, or whatever he said in that Falcon
Dude,
Winter Soldier.
I
thing.
felt so embarrassed for my people when I saw that.
That was so douchey, man. I was like, this is horrible. All right, so this is the Brave New World. You guys buckle up. This is going to be the adventure, the cinematic adventure of a lifetime.
No fan of heroes, but even I can't deny.
Even I can't deny. I'm
Yeah.
freaking
How
old
much
as
money I
dirt.
got paid to be in this piece of shit?
Exactly.
I'm old as dirt.
I want to go home.
Okay, it's Captain America, but he can fly.
Yeah.
Work with me, Sam. The country needs Captain America.
Okay, he uses the shield as a way to take care of that blast, but the shield is vibranium.
Vibranium.
What are those wings made out of? Why were they?
They're made out. From what I understand,
Well, I'm sure they're vibranium
his
now.
new
They're
stuff
vibranium
is
too.
all from Black Panther.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Iron Man with a shield, is what it is.
Yeah, he's got
he's just
Iron
Iron
Man
Man.
suit with vibranium wings and Cap's shield, I'm sure, because he's
Mhm.
got no superpowers.
Yeah.
Yo, he's
What's
a
that? Pedro?
leftover superhero. He's a leftover superhero. He's like leftover from everybody.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Captain Hand Me Down.
Yeah, hand me down. Yeah.
He just
Captain
goes
Hand
to
Me
the
Down.
Stark
Captain
warehouse.
Hand Me
I like
Down.
this. I like this.
Puts on-
Oh,
puts
this
on
is
Stark
cool.
Is anybody using this one? Can I keep it?
Somebody
Yeah.
hem this Iron Man suit up a little bit. It's a little too long for me yet.
All the good actors worked out of their contracts, and I'm the only guy who's left. Well, give me all the.
All
I'll
right.
grow into it.
Oh, goody.
Well, we found out that Hawkeye's arrows all came from Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So what's
oh,
the
yeah.
difference? Whether you could be a guy with just a bow, or you
Well,
could have a whole suit.
No,
of
they came
this
from
shit.
Tony Stark and
Oh.
him.
Yeah. Yes. Yep.
Is that like a cookout at the Capitol? What's this?
This is January 6th.
God dang, who was that chick, man? She had a face like a hatchet.
No, that's that dude.
He's the alternate Captain America, right? This is the
Yes, the
old
North Korean
stuff.
or the Korean War Captain America.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, the guy pissed off.
Isaiah.
Yes.
Can't remember his name now.
He
That's
might be the old Korean Captain America, though, Rob. I didn't read that lore, but it could be him.
Well, no, he was in Winter Soldier. He was in the
old
Winter Soldier
Korean guy in
TV
Winter
show.
Soldier.
No. He was the
He
dude
fought
in
in the
Winter
Korean
Soldier
War.
TV
He's
show.
not Korean. He's the black guy
Max,
that
yeah.
they experimented on.
Yeah.
The black Korean guy, Rob.
Oh look,
Yes.
it's Giancarlo Esposito.
They're black Koreans.
Who's the
like
villain in
two of
There
every
them.
are.
freaking movie now?
Yeah.
See, Todd, I'm an asshole to everybody.
Yeah, the good thing is you don't discriminate.
I
You're all-
want to
it's
watch
okay.
this.
Yeah,
I
go
want to
ahead.
watch this. There's explosions. You get Red Hulk. You get Harrison Ford.
You get from what I understand, you're gonna get Red Hulk for like 10 minutes.
I know at the very end.
Yeah.
I like the
Get
idea,
down!
and I
Get
like the idea
down!
that they're all fighting over the
Bob,
Celestial.
Bob.
Because the Celestial is made out of adamantium.
Are you pissed? Are you pissed that they got rid of Seth?
Rid of
What?
who? Oh, Seth Rollins?
Yeah.
Dude, from what I understand, he doesn't. The way he talks, man. So he's talking about Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is a professional wrestler. He was supposed to play one of the Serpent
It
Society.
sounds like he got edited out.
he got edited. Yeah, he
Oh,
did.
yeah.
Yeah, he did. He said, but the way he talks about it, man, it's almost like it seems like he's glad it did.
He's
It did
a little
because the way
bit
he's
of a
talking, he
relief.
said like this thing's gone through so many reshoots. It's bad.
Yeah.
Wow. All right,
It went through mega reshoots.
At least
There's no-
5.
There's no
So
doubt.
Harrison Ford is playing the president. Is he supposed to be Ross?
He's
He's,
supposed to be Thunderbolt Ross.
Thunderbolt Ross. He's the third actor in the MCU who's played Thunderbolt Ross now.
Okay, so Thunderbolt Ross is now the president.
President.
Yes.
Exactly.
Your inner circle has been compromised.
Your inner circle has been compromised, president.
You can't see that, but you don't want to.
Oh, come on. You're going to talk to him that way?
He doesn't care.
Or,
He's Red Hulk.
or he's pulling a Biden and he just doesn't know what the fuck's going on around him. Because I mean, come on, Harrison Ford's old as fuck.
He's like 80.
Oh, that's what you need. That's what you need. Joe Biden to Hulk up as the Red Hulk. Like he just forgets what he's mad about. He just stumbles around.
Might be the Biden of the MCU.
Dude, all you gotta do
it all the time.
Yeah,
He's
but he'd be easy.
down.
He'd be easy to take care of, man. All you gotta do is put something shiny in front of him and be like,
no, giving him an ice cream.
If you ask Harrison
Just drop a
Ford
little
about
kid in
this
front of
movie
him.
right now, I don't think he could tell you that he was in it.
Ooh,
The country is on the brink.
Okay, who's this other guy? Is this
That's
the new
Falcon?
Filipino Falcon.
Filipino
my
Falcon, yeah.
Gosh, that's horrible.
Hey,
Falcon,
Falcon.
man.
We've got DEI covered in spades, Art.
Yeah, he's the
Well,
Mexican Falcon.
He's tech
Efrain.
support, right? Isn't he Falcon's tech support?
Yeah.
yeah, he was. Yeah.
He is-
Another great character that everybody was dying for from Falcon and the Winter Soldier Disney Plus TV show that everybody was dying to see.
Yeah. El
Tech
Halcón.
support.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the
Isn't
main
that
big
Gus
bad.
Fring?
There's
Is he
your main
playing-
bad guy.
Is he playing Bridge? Is he playing the Rob Liefeld character?
No,
No,
Oh,
no,
he's
he's
not?
playing. He's playing the leader of the Serpent Society.
what is it? Sidewinder or something?
I think.
Oh.
Yeah, or
He's playing boring bad guy.
yeah, like Diamondback or something like that. I can't remember. his name.
He's the head of the Serpent Society.
Oh, does he get to teleport like Sidewinder?
He has, from what I can tell, he has no care. He has no powers other than old guy in a coat with a gun.
Oh, he's got a
behind
plate
all the-
carrier,
He's got cool shades though.
Yeah, he's playing Sidewinder.
Mm,
so he can teleport.
No, that's Bridge.
No.
If he was,
Sidewinder
if
can
he was
teleport.
a teleporter, there's no way that
No,
the new Cap would be able to fight him.
mm-mm.
But this is like this is the old lab or something, right? Where they did the soldiers, super soldier shit.
He's Cobra Commander.
He's going. They're mixing up the movies.
Did they just pop in?
Cobra Commander would be more interesting.
Wait a minute. Maybe there is some like the female able to like transfer. Look at they just bop in here.
Watch yourself. You're not this.
What is this?
no. Robert Roy, he's not playing Bridge. He's playing Sidewinder.
Yeah.
Hey, why can these guys just pop into the?
Someone behind all this. Watch
Oh.
yourself. You're not
Those are
Steve
edits.
Rogers.
What is that all
Right.
about?
I'm not.
See, I thought it would have been cool if he was playing General Fortian. Remember the guy that takes over for Ross?
Mhm.
I thought that would have been cool too. But it's like, why are you doing Sidewinder?
Because they had the Serpent Society in the script from the beginning.
Yeah,
And they're trying to salvage some of the.
Yeah.
and he was already on contract, and they didn't
Yeah.
want to cut his part because they paid him so much.
Okay, I gotta say something. Look at how stupid this looks.
Mhm.
It's a flying shield.
Right, dead center. Like this is the most decrepit.
Yeah, there's no air
shot
drag or
ever.
anything.
Yeah.
This looks like TV. Okay, so the wings got some kind of
They
strength.
gotta be vibrating.
They're vibrating.
They're vibrating.
Yeah,
They're vibrating.
They were.
Okay, so we got
they're
two
vibrating.
birds in the air. So we got two
Yeah.
birds in the air. We got Hawkman and Hawk Girl.
No, we have Falcon and the Halcón.
Captain.
And the rap is just not cutting it anymore, man. Stop it with editing to rap songs. Just stop.
Looks like he broke his leg on this landing. Look at that.
Yeah, that's what.
Well, he's got to have a superhero landing.
America.
He's got to.
Oh, that looks painful.
Rough.
He's
got
borrowing. Look at he's borrowing the suit from Superman. Look at how baggy it is.
Well, the
Mhm.
other thing we have to. That hairline is not coming forward.
Oh no, that's a barber thing.
Falcon
That's-
Spade is going backwards, not forwards.
Yeah,
He's streamlining, man.
yeah.
That is,
It's
that
More,
is
it's more
that is
aerodynamic.
above the ridge of his forehead.
How many times have you seen that cliche where the guy drops the shell?
Drops the
Yeah.
bullet, yeah.
Caught without his wings.
And it's like, oh, thank God the big bad supervillain has a pistol.
Oh wait, I bet he has adamantium rounds in it though.
The big bad supervillain against the Falcon, who is in probably a Tony Stark suit with vibranium wings and Captain America's shield, and he's fighting against one lone dude with a pistol.
Yeah, but if he has adamantium shells in that revolver,
he better have something, because otherwise
he can shoot him through the shield.
Yeah, dude, because that's how metal works.
Bounce off of Falcon.
Dude, I hated that. That was one of the things, and that was that X-Men Origins Wolverine movie.
The only interesting thing in this movie is Red Hulk.
And I don't even think he looks that great.
No, he doesn't.
But it's better than the rest of it.
That's also where all the budget went.
Oh God, yeah.
Well, think about it. What other movies are out anyways?
Oh yeah.
That's no excuse.
There's no other movies. I'm actually looking forward to this.
Because I can't wait to see this. I'm going to see this. I'm going to rip the shit out of it, but I'm going to
I can't wait to hear you guys talk about it.
There's no way I'm going to see this.
It looks fun. It looks fun. There's nothing out.
In the middle of summer, it would die. But February,
but
I got pages to draw.
Rob says there's nothing else, but you know what the thing is? When I see bad stuff like this, it makes me angry. Like that Winter Soldier, Falcon Winter Soldier, that made me angry.
And we probably wouldn't like you when we were angry, would we?
You would not.
Art's gonna walk away from this movie sad.
Yeah, we all are. We all are.
Brave new world.
Will you turn into that sad Hulk they have now?
Who's saying that? Everybody.
Shulk or whatever the fuck that thing is.
In theaters everywhere.
Dude, he doesn't really have. He's not even wearing the Falcon colors. He's like basic military
garb. Yeah.
He's military green, which makes sense, but.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. Is like even though they only showed Sidewinder and Red Hulk in there, there's like 6 different friggin' villain characters in this movie.
Well, they haven't showed the leader at all, and they said the leader is not going to have the big head like he does.
Yeah, well, they said that they might change it in post because the pictures
because of the complaints
and everybody hated it. Yeah,
without the head, why even bother?
They're holding a lot of stuff off, which hopefully means they're adjusting stuff. But
and that's what was cool about the Red Hulk is he was dangerous because he was smart.
I'll go to see it just to see what the Red Hulk is. I mean,
I'll probably end up seeing it just.
It's enough
just
for
see
me.
if it's as big a train wreck as I think it's going to be.
Yes, it is Valentine's Day release. Yeah.
The one thing it's got going for it is my expectations are so low that even if it's mediocre, I'll be ecstatic.
Lowered expectations.
Oh, it will be mediocre.
It'll be fun.
But it would be fun in a car crash kind of way.
If I go see this, and I would love to be wrong. I would love to go in there and go, holy shit, this movie was actually good.
100%. I would love to be wrong.
But
if it's got good word of mouth, I'll go see it. But I am not going to plop down any money and support.
Oh, I'll go see it. I'll go see it in the theater because it's February and there's not a goddamn thing to do here in February.
You should really think about it that either you go and enjoy the theaters now or they're going to be gone soon because the movies have been so shitty for the last 2 years.
Just me going to the theater one time, Robert.
Art will save it all.
If you think about it that way, then nothing ever happens. But if
you're saying I should go see a bunch of shitty movies just because I don't want movie theaters to go away.
No.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
that's what Hollywood's saying. They're all like, we put a lot of hard work into this, and you guys you're not supporting us. It's like, well, stop making garbage.
I tell you where I'm going to support Marvel movies moving forward is if that Fantastic Four movie is good. That is going to be it. Like if that movie is good, got good word of mouth, then I'm back. If not, it's done. It's done for me. My next hope is just for the DC stuff. The
more I hear about that Fantastic Four movie, the more I'm thinking it's going to be
garbage. Did anybody see Nosferatu?
Oh,
I heard it was good.
No, but I was going to, and then I got sick.
Yeah, I was interested in it, but I didn't go see it. I was just
I
in the chat seen Nosferatu?
I had 2 friends who went and saw it. One of them said it was freaking amazing. The other one said it sucked.
How can you go from Underworld
it looked
to
interesting.
Nosferatu?
It looked interesting.
What?
Yeah.
You go
said-
from
go ahead.
Underworld with a hot chick and guns fighting vampires and werewolves, and you want to downgrade to one vampire? You can't go.
Robert,
You can't
Robert
downgrade.
said it was fantastic.
You have to
Yeah.
go up. You got to add more vampires and more hot chicks.
My buddy said, like, if you like atmospheric movies,
oh
if you
fuck,
like dark, creepy atmospheric movies, you'll like it.
With no explosions.
It looked interesting.
Okay.
to me.
I'm giving Rob the nipple of scorn right now.
No, no.
Yeah.
You'd be better off to see the Demeter one. That wasn't really
Yeah.
good.
Oh,
that
the
one-
last voyage of
That
the
one
Oh,
was
Last
yeah.
Voyage of
on the
Demeter?
same level.
That
as
was-
real,
you know what?
real
That-
atmosphere.
I enjoyed it. That was good.
One at a time.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Never even heard of it.
No, I know what Todd's talking about. That looked very it was the ship coming across that was carrying Dracula's tomb.
Yeah, it's
And it was
the
very atmospheric, very the everything was encapsulated on the ship.
Wasn't that really low budget?
no,
No,
really.
it looked really good.
It didn't make a lot of money.
I want to see.
Yeah.
It was
Hey,
basically.
what does this mean? Art of Roy says Johnny Depp's daughter had 7 heads and no bazoombas.
No, she might have been in one of those movies because.
What does that mean? I know she's in Nosferatu. But what does this mean?
Was she like
basically had a really big forehead and no boobs?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what 7 heads mean? Like she's got a receding hairline.
You got a 4 head and you got a 5 head. If you have 7 heads, it's a lot of 4 heads.
Then you're the leader.
She had before head, forehead, and after head.
Wait, maybe she's the leader in that movie.
Yeah,
There's the
that's
leader.
what we need at least a 7-head leader.
Frontal lobe.
Wait. I have a question for everyone. What did you like more, the classic giant tall leader head, or the pizza head that McFarlane did as
the one where it was more pear shaped?
Yeah, the giant brainy head.
I
lean tall.
You know what? It depended on who drew it.
I liked McFarlane's leader seemed kind of like almost monstrous.
Yeah.
And I like that.
I actually when Dale took over the drawing for Hulk, the way he did the leader in that Pantheon storyline, I thought he looked pretty cool there.
I don't really remember it, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd have to go back and look now.
I have to read this, and we got to figure this out. Okay, it says I would do all of her foreheads, but it's not 4 heads; it's 7. Andy Gogo, would you still do all 7?
Well,
That's extra 3.
He might leave 3 of the heads behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, for later.
Yeah.
All right, we got one vote. Classic leader.
Classic leader. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got narrow. It's kid and play. You gotta go with kid.
That's what I like. Grotesque. I like it because it was grotesque.
I think
McFarlane's
leader worked for what he was doing with it.
Yeah.
I would have to say though that if I had to choose between one of them, I would probably take classic leader.
One of my favorite Hulks is that Gray Hulk run, though.
Yeah.
It's a good run. It is good. Hey, Clint, why don't you get your campaign up and we'll close out with a little blue bombshell here.
Oh, big titties.
Titties.
And a 7 forehead. I've never heard anything like that. 7 forehead. 7 heads.
It's true. live.
Yeah.
Indiegogo. Go back in now.
That was awesome, man. So, when were you thinking of closing it?
Well, I am going to leave it open through the spring here, into spring.
Okay.
And then I'm going to launch a book in the spring. And
Ooh.
right about then, that transition period, I'll probably close one down, launch the other one. So
It's probably a good idea to let it go a little longer because after Christmas, after kind of the slower months.
I'm going to do a little something different this time that I haven't done in the past. I'm going to show a lot more of the artwork from the book as I'm working on it, kind of into the spring period here, and just see how that goes. Because a lot of times I wouldn't let a lot of the artwork out, just because. But I'm just going to try a little something different and see how that works this time.
Yeah, that page that you showed in the Pontificators green room, absolutely awesome, man.
Thank you.
Book. So, Todd, parting shot. What do you got for us?
I took enough shots too. No.
Nice.
You got nothing?
Hey, make sure you check out Clint, Rob, and Art's books and back independent books, back CG, back creators that are doing their own thing. They own their properties.
They
own their
care.
books.
They care.
Yeah.
I care so much.
Thank you, Todd. That was nice. Rob, what do you got? You got you're trying to get some of those people over to your comic art fan site. Is that?
Oh yeah. Everybody, I have Hunter Ninja Bear artwork. I have all the artwork because Mel penciled it on the computer, so all the artwork is mine, and I'm selling all of it. So that book was almost 300 pages or more, a little more than 300 pages. So it was monstrous. It was pretty well received. Everybody who picked it up loved it, and the artwork is now for sale. Every single page, every chapter cover, everything. So it all must go.
It all must go. All right, Bob, parting shot.
I got nothing.
Oh,
You got nothing.
I've been sick for 2
Well,
weeks.
you're feeling better. I'm glad
Yeah.
you're feeling better, man. I really am.
That's always good.
But
all right, Pedro, what do you got, brother?
Okay, guys, I'm trying to bring animation into Indie 2. So go to my channel. The second class is up, The Blade of Grass. We're covering overlapping action and follow through on there. So you can already see the class on the bouncing ball. Now we have The Blade of Grass. On Thursday, I'm going through the flower sack. So we're going to start with character animation. So this is getting exciting. I'm gonna be streaming on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Saturdays is more of a jam, so we can chat if you have questions about the classes. And yeah, guys, let's get this ball rolling. Let's get some animators.
Hell yeah!
I do have a parting shot.
Do it.
I missed the last Pedro. I missed the last class because I was so saddened to hear about Bobo.
Okay.
I almost had all the paperwork done where Bobo was going to come be my assistant.
Yeah.
He was easy to get, by the way, because I only offered him 2 more bananas a day than he was getting there.
Yeah.
So I showed him a picture of 10 that you give him, and I showed him a picture of 12.
Wow.
So he was like, "Yeah, I'm all in." So,
nice.
Oh, nice.
That's not Bobo. Bobo was a monkey, and we had to put him down because he bit a kid.
Because he bit Pedro.
That's
he
not
bit
good.
a kid.
Oh,
I mean, yeah.
That looks fantastic, Todd. So where can people get the sketch cards?
I sell them on my eBay channel, eBay store, which is TMULRO 97, I think, or something like that. But I'll put it I'll find it and I'll put it in the comments.
Sweet. All right, you guys. I believe we all have YouTube channels. Is that correct?
Yep.
So subscribe to our channels. Keep.
I'm working on getting an OF channel going. So keep your eyes out for that.
Yeah, you guys, and also
Be a
keep
big draw.
going. Back all these books. Keep this thing happening, because I really do think that what we're doing is the future of comic books, because it's definitely not going to come from Diamond or any of these retailers anymore. So hopefully we can sustain this and keep this this fandom going. So anyways, once again, thank you for the super chats, everybody, or the people that super chatted me. Thanks everybody in the chat, and thanks to my Pontificator brothers. And we will see you next Wednesday on another exciting episode of Pontificators. See you guys.